Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 20 facts about me. So fact number 1, my favorite color is blue. I know, big surprise, right? Like all my tails are blue, got blue on my leggings, just blue everywhere. Fact number 2, I am Canadian. No, I'm not American, I'm not in the States. I know this seems to be a common misconception for a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons, on my store, for pricing, for political questions. I get a lot of weird political questions, guys. I'm Canadian. I'm in Canada. That doesn't mean we can't talk politics, but I'm in Canada, okay? And part of that fact is my family actually comes from Austria, so I am second generation Canadian, like born in Canada. All right, my third fact, which many of you guys, if you've been around for a while, know, is I've got 2 pets. I have a Chinese crested border terrier who's asleep on the couch right now, and a Pacific parrot, celestial kind, I guess I'm not sure how that breaks down, but she's green, she's beautiful, and she's a parrot, and she's named Tinkerbell, and she's the thing that is constantly beeping at all times in almost all of my videos. She's the one that I'm always apologizing for, like, oh sorry, the bird's gonna be screaming in the background. That's my bird, Tinkerbell. All right, fact number 4, my favorite and possibly most watched movie of all time is Coraline. I know, it's not The Little Mermaid as everybody would jump to think. It used to be Beauty and the Beast, probably Beauty and the Beast like tied with Splash probably, but Coraline is my all-time favorite movie. I watch it to fall asleep. I watch it just to have on in the background. I have seen it more times than I have digits to count on, so that's probably my favorite movie of all time. Fact number 5, which is kind of hard to tell if you haven't met me in person, and I know there's one other Vancouver mermaid who met me in person, and when she did, and she stood up and she looked up at me like this, and she's like, whoa, you're really tall. And we had this funny little exchange about it. But I'm actually 5'9". I was 5'11" at my tallest. The reason I am no longer 5'11", I've actually lost, of course, 2 inches, is because in high school I was very self-conscious about it, and I used to, like, I just hunched a lot. I would purposefully put all of my bags in my backpack and wear it. There's something I haven't admitted to anybody before, but yeah, so I purposefully make myself look smaller. It's a huge regret that I have now. I do wish that I was still as tall as I was. I do like a lot of stretching, a lot of exercises and stuff to try and reverse the mess that I made, but I just now have chronically bad posture and a forward head. So my spine, like my back, is kind of normal, and then it'll curve, and then my head kind of sits forward at an angle. So there's that. Fact number 6 is no, I'm not actually a full-time mermaid. I do it very, like, gigs and stuff I do very seldom. I am a professional mermaid solely for my YouTube, making and selling mermaid tails, making videos and this kind of thing. I am actually in the animation industry. I'm a character designer, so I make cartoons for a living. So that is what I do full-time, but mermaiding is obviously a large part of my life. I just don't do it solely as a profession right now. Fact number 7, I actually sort of speak 3 languages. I say sort of because I'm just too scared to actually practice the 2 other languages. So obviously English is my sort of main language, duh. I grew up when my grandma spoke a lot of German to me. I'm sort of auditorily fluent. If you just are speaking to me in German, I'll understand what you're saying. I'm too scared to practice, guys. Don't be like me, don't be scared. And then, of course, I was in French immersion growing up, and of course, Eric speaks French. Eric is my husband, if you don't know who I'm pointing at in the distance, he's in the office. So yeah, 3 languages. I really should practice more. Fact number 8, I do not have any kids. I am not a mom, even though I call myself the mermom, because I'm like, of the group of the sort of the BC mermaids who meet up, I'm probably one of the older women who goes to that. And I'm always the one like, oh, I'll take the pictures and the video and stuff, you know, when I actually do get to go. So I think of myself as a bit of a mermom, but no, the only kids that I have are my dog and my bird, and sometimes my husband when he doesn't pick up his socks. Fact number 9, I purposefully buy shoes that I don't have to tie up. I really hate tying shoelaces. Not that I can't, obviously I can. I'm an adult. I'm a totally capable. I just really hate tying shoelaces. So I actually ruin a lot of shoes because I just slip my feet into them and the heels get all damaged. So number 10, even though I am actually a pretty shy person, and you wouldn't know it because I'm loud and I do YouTube, and who knew that I'm kind of shy. I'm extremely competitive, and it gets me into such trouble. I am such a perfectionist. If I can't do something 100%, I usually just don't want to do it, which is the worst. This is the constant struggle in my life. Like, what do I want to do with my life? Can I do YouTube just full time? Like, I want to give it all my attention, or like, I'm so competitive, and I'm really competitive with myself, but I'm constantly comparing myself to other people, which is that's probably one of my least favorite qualities about myself, is that I'm constantly comparing myself to other people and trying to compete with everybody else instead of just competing with myself. So fact number 11, my favorite flavor of ice cream ever is Oreo. I love Oreo ice cream. Oh my gosh, I could eat it by the tub, guys, and I have, and it's terrible. Oh, I love Oreo ice cream so much. Fact number 12, my happy place, like the place that I think of probably the most, especially if I'm stressed or if I'm feeling like homesick or whatever, is 100 Mile House. That is my favorite, like, happy place. I spent a lot of my summers, vacations, winters up there with my grandmother, staying with family friends, and playing bingo up there. And it's in the interior for anybody who doesn't know where 100 Mile House is in BC. And it's beautiful, and it's green, and there's lakes and fresh air, and the sky, it kind of feels like it dips down. It feels like, honestly, if you just stretch up, you could just touch the sky. Like, it's so beautiful. So yeah, that's my happy place. All right, now this is a very serious debate that we're about to have here. Fact number 13, my favorite droid of all time is R2-D2. And I actually, another fun fact to add on, like part A and part B, for Christmas, Eric actually got me the R2-D2 Sphero droid, and I cried. Like, I burst into tears, and I was freaking out, and I was just driving him around the apartment and stuff and having so much fun. And so, but yeah, my favorite droid of all time is not BB-8, even though you would think, but R2-D2 is my favorite. So, fact number 14, I actually started mermaiding in 2006. I only started publicly posting things in 2011, so I had started kind of, could this be done? I wouldn't say I was super hardcore into it in 2006. I was not like I am now at all. It was because I didn't even know how to make a tail back then. It didn't even occur to me to like sew 2 pieces of fabric together, and flippers and a monofin, like all this stuff was totally foreign, you know. I was just doing research and trying to figure out if it was even possible. That was the beginning of this incredible journey. So fact number 15, my first tail is actually an old dress. I used to play the piano when I was a kid, had a couple of lessons, this kind of thing. My first recital, which was terrifying, by the way. I've like completely blocked it from my mind. But I wore this beautiful, like, slinky black dress with this like mesh at the top, like very stylish at the time, right? Like, I was in grade 7-ish, maybe like 6 or 7 at the time, and it was like this kind of stretchy, slinky, like, I don't know if it was spandex, but because it didn't really hold up very well to all the swimming. I don't know what it was, but anyway, really this crazy slippery material, so beautiful. And I was looking at it one day, and I go to my mom and I'm like, could we cut this up? Could we make something out of this? And then Mom and I just went to town, and we just cut it down the back, and she like measured me, and we just made this half a tail. And then it didn't have a monofin. Like, I didn't have a monofin. I had two, like, we're talking like dollar store, like London drug style flippers. Really just the most uncomfortable things on the planet. So I had nothing to cover those, by the way. So it was my bare feet, those flippers, and this dress that we cut up. Yeah, so that was my very first tail ever. Fact number 16 is actually a common question. I do get asked what my favorite like mermaids or mermaid tail designs are. My favorite mermaid tail design ever isn't actually the splash tail, though you would think. It's actually the tails from Hook, so the movie Hook with Robin Williams. Those mermaids were the mermaids that like I want to be those mermaids. I want that tail so, oh, they're so beautiful. I can't even. My favorite tail design of all time. Those three mermaids are actually my favorite mermaids ever. I think they're such a beautiful trio and just the best, so. Fact number 17, my favorite video game, well, currently my favorite video game is Skyrim, which I'm still playing, guys. Oh my gosh, Eric got it for me for my Switch Alani got me a Switch for Christmas. So I've been playing that like a crazy person, and it devoured most of my winter break. I spent playing Skyrim, which was really good. I'm also a huge fan of the Pokemon games, anything Mario. But Skyrim is like my baby. That's like my escape from reality. I will just sit and just everything else just goes away and I'm just playing my... Why does this keep happening? This happened in another video, but my nano is pooping apparently. Yes, let's just clean up his poop, shall we? Oh, I should turn the volume off on it when I'm filming. It's terrible. Fact number 18, I am actually, in addition to being a mermaid, I am also a hoop dancer. I have 10 hoops that you've probably seen in and around on vlogs and whatnot or other videos. I've got 10 of them hanging in my hallway. Yeah, 10, because I need 10, right? Like 10. It's an addiction. Let me tell you, if you ever get into hoop dancing, if you don't know, hoop dancing is with a hula hoop and you do all kinds of cool tricks and whatever. It's lots of fun. Great workout. Just like mermaiding, and they kind of go together, mermaiding and hoop dance. I kind of find I know a lot of mermaids who also hoop dance, or hoop dancers who want to get into mermaiding. So but yeah, like I really need 10, but it's totally an addiction because you buy one and then you're like, okay, now I need an LED one, or I need different polypros, or I want one that's like shiny, or you know, whatever. I don't know. So I have a lot of hula hoops. All right, so fact number 19, which I kind of already mentioned. I'm a huge Pokemon nut. Well, we could call it Pokemon enthusiast. Maybe that's better. I have a lot of Pokemon toys. They're all over on the wall over there. But I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. I've been playing since 1998. I took a little break there between a couple of things, and then got back into it, and I enjoy it. There's something really nostalgic about it for me. I only collect Charizard and Pikachu because now, although occasionally something else will follow me home. And but I'm a huge fan. Yeah, so my two favorite Pokemon are Charizard and Pikachu. Well, anything of like Charmeleon, Charmander, like any of those guys, I'm a huge fan. So, all right. In fact, number 20, I have had every one of my fingers slammed in a door. Various doors, not all the same door. When I was a little kid, I fell in front of a door and had it opened on my fingers, and I have all kinds of little scars and biddies from that. I can't remember which, I think it was these two fingers. I had these two fingers closed in a car door. It's a good thing my Oma doesn't watch my channel too much, my grandma, because she accidentally closed my two fingers and I screamed, and the door clicked in, and I had locked the door, so it had, like, not when it closes all the way, because obviously I wouldn't have the fingers anymore if that had happened, but it just enough for the latch to like hitch in. So my grandma had to go around and then unlock the door from the inside. And my two fingers were, just the two fingers, like these guys weren't, just, I don't know how, but that happened. Which guy? This one was closed in a gate, in an outside gate, and I have a really weird scar that looks kind of like an ant, and it actually bothers me. Of all the scars that I have on my hands, which is quite a lot. I was on the SkyTrain once, and some guy, like, I'm holding on to the thing, like the pole, so I don't fall over, and some guy's like, oh, so, do you fight? I'm like, what do you mean, do I fight? He's like, well, your knuckles. I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, I fight. Yeah. So that was always a good one. All right, and that has been 20 facts about me. Some you knew, some you didn't know, and now you know. I hope that was interesting in some kind of shape or form. If you guys are interested in checking out or potentially joining my Patreon pod, there's a link in the description box below. I post monthly update videos on the second Friday, right? I hope that's the second Friday of every month, and I post lots of behind the scene photos, updates, ideas that I have. I do polls for different tiers, and there's different rewards and things for that. I'm getting close to, well, when I'm filming this, I batch film my videos, guys, which is why I'll, for like 4 or 5 videos, be wearing the same outfit. But at the time of filming this, I'm getting really close to my next goal on Patreon, so I'll be doing a giveaway, a merch giveaway when that happens. I'm super excited about that. And if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notifications so you don't miss any of my mermaid adventures. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. All right, happy swimming. Bye.